Hello friend, in this video lecture we will discuss J transform. Whenever we come across the mechanical system having domain set of integer, for that time solving the problem we use J transform. The J transform is useful in solving the difference sequence which represent a discrete system in the area of signal processing in electronics and communication. Also, there is a LTI system, linear invariant time system, and the system is characterized by the J transform. The J transform is the discrete analogy of Laplace transform. Therefore, for almost every operational rule and application of Laplace transform, there correspond an operational rule and application of J transform. Before proceed of topic, J transform topic, we will discuss the some prerequisite here. Those are useful while solving the problem. The first of all, we discuss the sequence. Sequence. Sequence we define here as a f, the function f from n to r. A sequence of real number is a function defined on the set of natural number whose range is contained in the set of real number. Here we denote the sequence by symbol f of n, okay, or f suffix n or f of k, otherwise f suffix k. So here we denote the sequence as a f of n. Okay, now next, here we use some important result. Those are very helpful for finding the J transform. The first rule is the expansion of 1 upon 1 minus capital X is equal to 1 plus x square plus x cube and so on. Otherwise, it can be written as summation is running from 0 to infinity x raised to n. And this series is convergent if and only modulus of x is less than 1. Okay. Now same kind of result for 1 upon 1 plus x, that is 1 minus x plus x square minus x cube and so on. Otherwise it can be written as minus 1 raised to n x raised to n, and n is running from 0 to infinity. For n is equal to 0, here 1, n is equal to 1, here minus 1. Okay, and again same, the series is convergent when modulus of x is less than 1. Okay, similarly we write here particular case of binomial theorem 1 plus x raised to n. So particularly we consider a as a 1 and b as a x is 1 plus, this is nc0, nc1 means n x plus n minus 1 divided by 2 factorial x square. nc0, nc1, this is nc2, nc3 is n minus 1, n minus 2 divided by 3 factorial x cube and so on. Okay, so these are the three results, very useful for finding the J transform. Now next is here complex number. See, z is equal to x plus iy is complex number, and its conjugate is x minus iy. Then its product, complex number and its conjugate is z into z bar. We denote as a modulus of z is equal to x square plus y square. Okay, so here the meaning of modulus of z is equal to suppose a particular number a. It means it is a circle having center is origin and radius is a. Radius is a. It means these are the boundary point. Okay, the meaning of modulus of z is less than a, that is the interior part of this circle. Okay, modulus of z is greater than a, that is the exterior part of the circle. Okay, excluded boundary point not contained, that is the exterior part of the circle. See here I repeat again, this mod z is equal to a. It means only the circle. Modulus of z is less than a, that is the interior point of radius a. This is the required circle. Okay, and mod z is greater than a, that is the exterior part of the circle having radius is a and center at origin. Okay, also we come across the unit step function. Unit step function which is defined as u in bracket n, which is 0 when n is in negative range and 1 when n is greater than is equal to 0. Okay, now unit impulse function unit impulse function which is denoted by delta of k is equal to 1 when n is equal to 0 if and 0 if n is not is equal to 0. Okay, so these are the some useful result for J transform. Now let us define the definition of J transform. That is, we define the J transform on the sequence. That is the J transform of the sequence. Definition of J transform. The J transform of sequence f of n is defined as z of f of n is equal to summation f of n z raised to minus n. Here the z is a complex number x plus iy and is equal to capital F of z. It means, see, in a domain there is a sequence n and n is a map to the z. So we get the image in terms of z. Okay, now here there are we discuss the two type of J transform. One is one-sided for the positive range and second one is bilateral transform, that is the defined on the both range. See here this domain, the domain is set of integer. So this is not a real line, just this is a set of integer. Just wait, set of integer 0, 1, 2 up to infinity, minus 1, minus 2 to minus infinity. See, this is the set of integer minus infinity to plus infinity. So here the domain is defined as n is equal to n is equal to minus infinity to plus infinity. We call this Z transform as a bilateral. Some authors say two-sided Z transform, yeah, bilateral Z transform. Okay, and when we consider for the 0 to infinity, then we call the Z transform as a one-sided Z transform. Yeah, otherwise there is another word, casual sequence, means the f of n is 0 when n is less than 0, means only the for positive range. Okay, so this is the definition. Z transform of the sequence for a set of integer is f of n z raised to minus n. Just remember this formula. Okay, and domain is given in the example, so accordingly we select the domain. So this is the for bilateral. For one side, the Z transform of f of n is equal to capital F of z is equal to n is running from 0 to infinity, f of n z raised to minus n. That is the one-sided Z transform. N is equal to 0 to infinity. Okay, so here this small z is complex number. Z is equal to x plus I y, and this series means when this Z transform is exists, when the series, this is the series, when the series is convergent, then the Z transform is exists. See, the the Z transform Z transform of sequence f of n exists if the series this one, yeah, this one. Okay, I just write the summation f of n z raised to minus n is convergent. Okay, so remember, this is the bilateral, this is the casual sequence. In the Z transform, where the series is sorry convergent, this area is called as a region of absolute convergence. We will discuss is more precise in inverse Z transform. Okay, let us take the example on the Z transform, some standard example. The first is Z transform of example. Find Z transform of the sequence f of n is equal to a raised to n and n is greater than is equal to 0. Now second example, this one is first, second is same question, f of n is equal to, same kind of question is there, just I change the range set. Suppose this is a 0 and 1, and this will be a for negative range and this will be a positive range. Both are the same. Okay, third one is uh, Z transform of unit impulse function delta of k is equal to 1 when n is equal to 0 and 0 when n is not is equal to 0. Okay, so let us discuss the first example. The solution of first, here f of n is equal to a raised to n and n is greater than is equal to 0. Now by definition of Z transform, by definition of Z transform, Z transform of the sequence is summation f of n z raised to minus n. Now here the domain is given. This is the domain. It means the value of n is start from the 0 and greater than 0. that is 0 and greater than 0 means up to what? There is no upper bound, means up to infinity. Now put the value of f of n, that is summation n is running from 0 to infinity. F of n is a raised to n z raised to minus n. Now we simplify this under summation term as a n is running from 0 to infinity. It can be written as a z raised to minus 1 raised to n. And see, in prerequisite we have discussed the same result. See here, the result number 2 is J transform of x raised to n is 1 upon 1 minus x. So what is x here? X raised to n. The x is a z raised to minus 1. Otherwise, we can simplify. See, put n is equal to 0. That is 1. Put n is equal to 1. A raised to minus 1. Put n is equal to 2. And so on. We have the result 1 plus x square and so on. It can be written as summation x raised to n is running from 0 to infinity. It can be written as 1 upon 1 minus x, and this series is convergent if and only mod of x is less than 1. Okay, so this is 1 plus x square, so it can be written as 1 upon 1 minus x, where x is this bracket, a z raised to minus 1, and this series is convergent when mod of a z raised to minus 1 is less than 1. Now simplify. See, the left hand side is z transform of a raised to n is equal to 1 upon 1 minus a upon z, comma, and the ROC is a upon z is less than 1. Now z is multiplied, z become numerator. That is z transform of a raised to n is equal to z become numerator. That is z minus a. Z minus a. Now here remember, calculate this is the actually region of epsilon where the series is convergent. So calculate this series, calculate this function for the mod for the z. So take its reciprocal. When we take reciprocal, then this inequality change. Okay, we want only for the z. So here multiplied throughout a, then we get modulus of z is greater than a. That is the exterior part of the circle having radius is 1. So this is the exterior part where the limit of this series is exists. That is, series is convergent. Okay. Now the second one example, sequence is divided into two parts, 0 and 1. Now the second example is f of n is equal to 0 and 1 when n is negative, when n is positive. So here we use the both-sided Z transform because the total range is given. The range is minus infinity, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2 up to infinity. This is the total range is given in this example. So by definition of Z transform, the Z transform of the sequence is summation f of n z raised to minus n. And now here this is the, it means negative range, minus infinity to minus 1, minus infinity, and this means what? Positive. It means we can say here total range. Now here this range we convert into two parts. This is the first part. The meaning of this term is n is strictly less than 0. Okay, it means its previous integer is minus 1, and it means the integer, the number start from the 0 and greater than 0, this one. Okay, so we divide as a minus infinity to plus infinity. Minus infinity here n is equal to minus infinity to minus 1 f of n z raised to minus n plus n is equal to 0 to infinity. So be careful here. This is not a set of real number. If this is the set of real number, then we write here 0 and here 0. So be careful here. This is the set of integer number. See, in the negative range, the value of the sequence is 0. So we get the first term is 0. In a positive range, in a positive range, the value of f of n is 1. Its value is 1. 1 into z raised to minus n is z raised to minus n. Now see here the previous example. Previous example whose domain is same 0 to infinity. So here we, if we put a is equal to 1 here, a is equal to 1, 1 raised to n is 1. Okay, so that is z transform of 1 is z upon z minus 1. So this is nothing but the z transform of 1. See here, if you see the previous example, this is the 1. If you consider 1 here, 1 1, so 1 upon 1 minus z raised to minus 1, that is the simplification is z upon z minus 1. Okay, otherwise go step by step. Put n is equal to 0, n is equal to 1, n is equal to 2. Okay, so this is the simplification of 1 upon 1 minus z raised to minus 1. It can be written as 1 upon 1 minus 1 upon z, and this will be a conversion when modulus of z is less than 1. Now simplify, z is multiplied, z become numerator, z minus 1. And this is what 1 upon z is less than 1, and we want the mod function for z only to take its reciprocal, that is mod z is greater than 1. See, just put a is equal to 1 here, finish. So this is z transform of the sequence, which is divided into two parts. Now next one is interested example, that is the unit impulse function delta k. Okay, see the delta of k, problem number 3 is divided into two parts, 1 and 0, when 1 if n is 0, okay, and 0 if n is not is equal to 0. Here the z transform of the sequence by definition, sequence is delta of k z raised to, sorry, delta of n, just wait, what we have taken here to make it correct here, delta of n, delta of n, delta of n. Okay, and here the domain is not given, we consider the both side means total integer, that is n is minus infinity to plus infinity. Okay, now run this domain up to this is the minus infinity, delta of minus 1 z raised to 1 minus minus plus, delta of next integer is 0, z raised to 0, delta of 1 z raised to minus 1, delta of 2 z raised to minus 2, and so on. Okay, is equal to, see the what is the definition, the delta of n is 1 when n is 0, that is what delta of 0 is equal to 1. Where is delta of 0? Here, its value is 1. Otherwise, if n is not is equal to 0, then write its value is 0. So every value is 0 except delta at 0. Its value is 1. Z raised to 0 is 1. Again 0 plus 0. Z transform of impulse function. Z transform of impulse function is 1. Okay. Now next example, Z transform of mod function. It is also interested example, Z transform of, see the example of 4. Find Z transform of a raised to modulus of k. Okay. Now here f of see here k is mentioned. So instead of n we consider the k. Hmm? In most of the book, instead of small n, k is considered. Here we refer the Lokanath book where n is taken. Okay. Now J transform of the sequence f of k is equal to a raised to mod of k. K is here. Okay. Now see, whenever mod function is there, it has the two values for negative range. See here I am writing here range minus 0, minus infinity, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and so. This is the negative range and this is the positive range. In negative range, the value of this mod k is negative, and in positive range, the value is positive. So it can be written as a raised to minus k when k is negative, k is less than 0, and a raised to k when k is greater than is equal to 0. Okay, by definition of J transform of the sequence f of k, I am direct writing f of k as a raised to mod k as a summation. K is running from minus infinity to plus infinity, a raised to mod k, z raised to minus k. K means n. Now divide this interval as a summation as a k is equal to minus infinity to minus 1, a raised to, in negative range, the value of mod k we mention here, which is minus k, z raised to minus k, plus summation is running from 0 to infinity, second part, a raised to, the value of mod k is plus k, z raised to minus k. Okay, now see the first example. Our first example is same, a raised to n, z raised to minus n. So I am putting here answer of the second term. I am just solving the first one because the second term we already solved. Only the change is here, there is a n and here k. Just wait. See, we already solved the second term. We just simplify the first term. Okay. See, that is the J transform of a raised to mod k, a raised to mod of k, a raised to mod of k is equal to summation is running from k is equal to minus infinity to minus 1, a raised to minus k, z raised to minus k, and the second we already solved. See the first problem, the J transform of second is z upon z minus a, and the ROC of the second is modulus of z is greater than a. Now see the domain of the first term, that is k is running from minus infinity to minus 1, and we have seen in prerequisite the formula 1 plus x square plus x cube and so on, that is the summation is running from 0 to infinity x raised to n. See here the formula, this is the simplification of 1 upon 1 minus x, the formula for positive range, and here the negative range. So it would be a good idea if we change this range in terms of positive, negative to positive. So for that, in first term we put k is equal to minus n. See the range is what? Minus infinity dot 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 minus 2 minus 1. Okay, if you multiplied here minus sign, then it become a positive. So substitute here k is equal to minus n, then J transform of a raised to mod k is equal to, See, multiplied minus sign here, then definitely the range is changed. That is k is, see, the k is n, that is n is equal to 1 to infinity a raised to the value of the k is minus, and this minus 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 plus. Similarly here plus z upon z minus a, modulus of z is greater than a. Now it can be written as summation a raised to n z raised to n, sorry, okay, so it can be written as a z bracket raised to n plus z upon z minus a, modulus of z is greater than a, and n is running from 1 to infinity. Now the formula for when n is running from 0 to infinity, otherwise the formula start from the 1. So here the formula start from the 1. How? See here, when we put n is equal to 1, that is simply az, then az raised to 2 for second iteration, for third iteration, and so on. Okay, plus z upon z minus a. Here the x is here, and the formula for 1, yeah, n is running from 0 to infinity. So how we get the 1 here? When we take az is common, that is 1 plus az plus az bracket square and so on, plus z upon z minus a. Now here az, it can be written as 1 upon 1 minus a z, okay, plus z upon z minus a, and here the ROC of the first term is modulus of az is less than 1, and the ROC of the second is modulus of z is greater than a. Here divide the a, modulus of z is less than 1 upon a. Now here simplify, then we get az upon 1 minus az plus z upon z minus a. If we take uh, a is common, otherwise keep as it is, no problem. So here the ROC we write in a compact form of both equations, that is modulus of z is less than 1 upon a, okay, and which is greater than a is less than mod z, and mod z is less than a. So this is the z transform of a raised to mod of k. Okay, now thank you. We will discuss in next lecture properties of Z transform and some important standard example of the Z transform. Okay, thank you.